Who's asking for what?
Are you asking the Justice Department to pay you compensation for
compensation?
Your federal investigations into you? Are you asking them to pay compensation, and how much?
Into me? I don't get any compensation. I do it for nothing. I gave up my salary. Into me?
Do you guys see this broken little man-child on your screen right here? This is the guy that led an insurrection against the United States of America. And what did the voters do in 2024? Well, they put this corrupt asshole back into office. And now we are all having to suffer the consequences of having an insurrectionist as the president of the United States. Now, we've talked a lot before how Donald Trump is the most corrupt president that our country has ever seen. It is estimated that he has made more than $5 billion alone in his first 9 months. But I shit you not, guys. This latest act of corruption very well might take the cake, because we now have a president of the United States who is now suggesting that the Justice Department owes him money for legitimately prosecuting him for the crimes that he committed. This is what we get when we put an insurrectionist back into office. I mean, just hear it from the memory patient himself. If you guys do appreciate my work and want to support the show, please do remember to subscribe.
The Justice Department to look into the federal investigations into you and look for compensation, and how much are you asking for?
Who's asking for what?
Are you asking the Justice Department to pay you compensation for
compensation?
Your federal investigations into you? Are you asking them to pay compensation, and how much?
Into me? I don't get any compensation. I do it for nothing. I gave up my salary. Into me?
No, it's going to be the Justice Department. Are you asking them to pay you compensation for the federal investigations that happened to you? And how much are you asking for?
Well, I guess they probably owe me a lot of money for that. Probably, yeah, that's true. That's very interesting. No, I get no salary. I gave up my salary. It's a good salary. Not as much as these guys make, but that's okay. It's a lot of money. And I don't, as you know, I didn't take it in the first 4 years. I'm not taking it in these 4 years either. But as far as all of the litigation and everything that's been involved, yeah, they probably owe me a lot of money. But if I get money from our country, I'll do something nice with it, like give it to charity or give it to the White House where we restore the White House. And we're doing a great job in the White House. As you know, the ballroom is under construction. It's going to be, they've been trying to get it for 150 years. And it's really, I think it's going to be fantastic. But
What the fuck was that? I don't get compensation. What do you mean? I donate my compensation. Get with the program, you fucking idiot. What Donald Trump is suggesting here is that our government owes him $230 some odd million because they had the gall to look into him for the crimes that he committed. That is what he is suggesting here. Just imagine the insanity of this, you guys. We saw him on January 6th. We know he did the fake elector scheme, literally trying to overturn a free and fair election. He riled up a mob of his supporters to storm the Capitol. They successfully delayed the vote, the casting of the vote, for the first time in American history. There is no good argument to be made here that Donald Trump did not commit crimes. And now that we have put him back into office, he is trying to reach into the taxpayer coffers to pay himself. If this is not corruption, I don't know what the fuck is. Here's Dan Goldman talking about how this is just basically a raiding of the taxpayer coffers.
What is your reaction to the president wanting his Justice Department to pay him $230 million?
Well, it's finally we have the confluence of all of the corruption and politicization that Donald Trump has brought to this administration. We are combining the weaponization of the Department of Justice by him putting his political lackeys there with his grift and corruption to make money off of the presidency. It is completely absurd. Donald Trump would have been convicted at trial in both of those cases. The only reason they went away is because he won the election, and a president cannot be tried. And the notion that there was anything wrong with those investigations is preposterous. But even more so to then demand of his own Justice Department and his own appointees that they pay him $200 million for who knows what, is a shakedown of his own government, where he is literally just digging into the coffers of his own government and saying, let's just put $230 million into my own pocket. When are the Republicans going to stand up for anything?
Yeah, and Goldman is exactly right here. When are the Republicans going to stand up and push back against this corrupt piece of shit? I mean, I'm just speechless. The insanity is just through the roof, off the charts. Pick your metaphor. I don't care. We have a president of the United States who led an insurrection against the United States of America. The voters in all of their glory put him back into office. He staffed up all of these agencies with a whole bunch of loyalists who are not going to give him a bit of pushback at all. And now he's basically just saying that he should be able to go to the Treasury and kind of use it as an ATM for himself. $200+ million worth. Is this how you want your tax dollars being spent? For a Justice Department that was legitimately prosecuting him for his crimes? And the only reason that those cases no longer exist is because we put the dumbass back into office. I mean, I just don't know how you look at this and think that this is okay. MAGA, where are you at? Republicans, where are you at? Anybody can see very, very clearly that this is corruption at the highest levels of our government. And Dan Goldman rightly is calling out these Republicans for the weak and feckless little fucks that they are.
Congressman, it is, as has been pointed out, taxpayer money that would be on the table here. Is there potentially recourse for a taxpayer who disagrees with this?
Well, it's very hard to just get taxpayer standing, but there certainly, I'm sure, are many people much more knowledgeable and experienced than I am who will be looking at a lawsuit. But it shouldn't get to that. And that's why I bring up the Republicans. Okay, they have a constitutional duty. They take an oath to be a member of Congress or a senator, not to be a shill for Donald Trump. And when something is so egregiously and shockingly wrong as this, they need to stand up for the United States. They need to stand up for the taxpayers. They need to stand up for their constituents. And if they were to do that, Donald Trump would not do this. But they're so afraid that they won't even stand up against something as obviously wrong as this. So it shouldn't have to get to a lawsuit. And that keeps getting lost as we talk about all these court cases. The Republicans have abdicated their job as members of Congress, as a co-equal branch. And it is time that America, the media, constituents, everyone stand up and say, hey, you can stop this. You must stop this.
Yeah, he's exactly right. These Republicans have rolled over. They've allowed Donald Trump to just trample right over the top of them. There is not a clearer example of corruption than this. And just think about what this means in the greater context of things, guys. The government is currently shut down because Republicans are unwilling to come to the table and talk about the Affordable Care Act subsidies and make sure that their constituents' health premiums aren't skyrocketing by hundreds of %. And at the very same time, you've got Donald Trump himself seeking millions upon millions of dollars coming from you, the taxpayer. He's tearing down the East Wing. Do we think that this is somehow not intertwined with that? He said this was going to be funded by private donors, but, you know, the amounts kind of match up here, don't they? Is it possible that Donald Trump is trying to find a way to now pay for the East Wing that he just tore down? We'll never know, because these Republicans, they're just pointless. They're losers. They should be mocked and ridiculed. And every single one of them should be voted out of office for this reason alone. These motherfuckers have surgically removed their backbone and are allowing Donald Trump to do whatever the hell that he wants to do. And even when they are asked about it, when they are asked about the pure corruption that this president is engaging in, they run away like scared children.
Well, it seems odd, and I think he's in the difficult position where he's asking for something that he would approve. I think it's terrible optics.
Do you have any issues with the $230 million ask that Trump had to the Justice Department for his legal bills?
I want to find out more about it because I don't know what the details are.
The president had asked the Justice Department to pay for his legal bills with taxpayer money, $230 million. Are you okay with that?
You're telling me this right now, Manu. Can I kind of track it down? So let me, before I comment, let me read that on my own. Okay.
What the fuck was that? If this was one of your senators, is this okay with you? You got the president of the United States trying to take $200 and some odd million just straight out of the taxpayers' pockets, and these motherfuckers have nothing to say? You want to pretend, oh, well, I don't know anything about that. You're just gonna have to let me read it on my own, and maybe I'll get back to you some other day. Mike Johnson did the same shit, and then when he was asked the next day, he said the very same thing. These motherfuckers need to be voted out of office. This should be unacceptable no matter which camp you are in, no matter which side of the aisle you are on. I don't even care if you're a MAGA loyalist. You should be able to look at this with clear eyes and say, this is corrupt. This is not okay. This is wrong. It is not okay for Donald Trump, a billionaire, to be seeking millions upon millions of dollars from the taxpayers because he is such a petulant man-child and can't get over the fact that somebody tried to hold him accountable for the crimes that he committed. And then he wants to try to say that, oh, I'll just donate it to charity. Why the fuck would I believe him on that? He has never provided any shred of evidence or proof that he would do something like that. And even if he did, this would still be wrong. This is not okay. It seems like every single day we are dealing with another act of corruption. But like I said, guys, this one might take the cake. It just doesn't get any more blatant than this. Donald Trump is acting like a king. He wants to be a king. And now he is viewing taxpayer money as personal money. A tried and true method of a wannabe king. So we're going to keep an eye on it. Like I said, every single one of these motherfuckers, every single one of these Republicans needs to be voted out of office at the first chance we get. And we need to put Democrats in there to start holding these goons accountable. So I will leave it there for now, guys. If you guys got anything out of this video, please do remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Maybe share with a friend or two. I'd very much appreciate that. We are trying to build something here on the left that pushes back against this MAGA media machine that just launders all of this shit for Donald Trump day in and day out. So if you do like what I do here, please remember to smash that subscribe button. And that like button is helpful too because it spreads it around the algorithm. You know the things. If you guys want to go a step above and beyond that, you can actually help me produce these videos by becoming a member right here on YouTube for as little as $3 a month. Or you can head over to politiscape.substack.com where you can have my content delivered directly to your inbox every single day without the doom scrolling, without the weird algorithm stuff. And the cool thing about Substack, guys, is I actually own the data over there. So if Donald Trump wants to up his attacks on these platforms, then at least I'll have a way to reach you over there. So until the next one, guys, keep your chin up. We'll make it through this together, and I'll see you on the next one.